I'm Dr. Johnson, principal of Monticello Middle School. I'll be joined today by Ms. Pronti, our assistant principal, and by Mr. Sean Evans, our 7th grade intervention specialist. So a couple of important highlights for this week. Number one, the progress report window closes today. So please connect with your child. Students, connect with your grade book. Let's make sure we all understand where we are in our classes as of today. If we have to make some improvements, make some adjustments, let's get to it. Monticello is doing a student survey. We have had 80% of our students complete the survey. There's also going to be an opportunity on Monday. And this survey is focused specifically on the experience of virtual learning from our students' perspective. So very helpful information. We had our first episode of the Monticello Experience podcast that was released on Wednesday, October 7th, and it is available on iTunes, available on Spotify, and on an Anchor app for podcasts. The focus was on our PTA and also on our family engagement work with Miss Lisa Hunt in the district, and specifically for Monticello Middle School, which is led by Miss Pronti. So good stuff there. Important stuff here. I'll let Miss Pronti speak to this.
Hi, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. We would like to invite all of our families and the community to our Trunk or Treat Block Party and Unity Day on Wednesday, October 21st. We are also partnering with 2 elementary schools that are the feeder schools to Monticello, Oxford, and Noble. Students are also invited to this awesome event that we are planning. The purpose of hosting an event such as this is that we know that our students have been at home since March and haven't had a lot of opportunities to see their friends, talk to their friends outside of the virtual setting. So we wanted to just have some fun and have some opportunities for them to just come out and say hello to some of their teachers and staff as well. We are also going to have a food truck. So parents, you do not have to cook on this day. We will have a food truck in the parking lot from 4:30 to 7 o'clock. And the items on the food truck cost anywhere from $7 to $10. So don't think about cooking. Come out, food will be provided, and have some fun.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Ms. Pronti. Awesome stuff. Really hope everybody is able to participate in our Trunk or Treat and Unity Day. So we are an IB school, and each month our staff recognize students who are exhibiting characteristics of what's called our IB learner profile. So we wanted to take a moment to recognize those students of the month, and our 2 areas are risk taker and balanced. So risk takers are defined as folks who approach uncertainty with forethought and determination. These students work independently and cooperatively to explore new ideas and innovative strategies. They are resourceful and resilient in the face of challenges and change. So students can be identified and nominated as a risk taker. Balanced students who are students who understand the importance of balancing different aspects of our lives, intellectual, physical, and emotional. To achieve well-being for ourselves and others, we recognize our interdependence with other people and with the world in which we live. So risk takers and balance are our 2 IB traits. And what we're going to do is take a moment to have the students' names up here. These are some of our 6th graders. And then what is with that is the teacher or the staff member who nominated them. So for risk taker, here are our 6th graders. Give you a second to take a look at that. For our 6th graders, balanced, here are the students, and here are the staff members who nominated them. Congratulations to these students. We do it for each grade level, so now we move to the 7th grade, and here are the students who are identified as nominated for risk takers as our IB learning profile for 7th grade for September and October, and the teachers who nominated them. So we want to make sure that they are recognized. This is awesome. Great to see so many names. And for balanced, here we go. So you can see these nominations fall across multiple content areas, individuals and societies, English language arts, science, math. So we're really looking for those nominations from all of our core areas, plus our administrators as well. And then for our 8th grade, so here's a lot of nominations at our 8th grade. It's great to see this. 8th grade, we expect our 8th graders to be leaders as they come into Monticello Middle School. So we know we're going to need a lot of that leadership skill as we return from being virtual. So we really, it's great to see so many names here.
And Dr. J, real quick, Isabella Kalecki, I nominated her, and I just wanted to share real quick how some students are nominated. She's an 8th grade student who was having a difficult time, and she emailed me asking me how should she problem solve a situation. And she wanted me to reach out to the teacher on her behalf. And I told her, no, you're in 8th grade now. You have a voice. So this is what you are going to do. And I provided her with suggestions, and she emailed me back and told me everything worked out. So she was being a risk taker, and I just wanted to recognize her for doing that. Great job, Isabella.
Thank you, Ms. Bronny. That's a perfect example of being a risk taker. Nice job, Isabella. Awesome. And then for our 8th graders in the area of balanced, you can see the names here. And again, those nominations falling across multiple subject areas. And I nominated a few of our 8th grade volleyball players because when I noticed their academics, their grades, and their participation in the athletics, they were balancing both beautifully. And it was great to see. So Ms. Josie Bray, Madison Burkett, Brooklyn Peacock, Samira Sisson, these are great examples of some of our athletes who are balancing their responsibilities both athletically and in the classroom. So we'll keep doing that, folks. It's a really important piece as we go through. And here's our Unified Arts, which is awesome. These are coming in from Project Lead the Way and AVID, and also from our world languages. Give you a second. So these could fall across a multiple number of grades as our UA folks serve all 3 grades. Great to see those nominations. And here is balanced. So we can see examples from, again, Project Lead the Way, from PE, from world languages. Great to see. It is possible you could see a name more than once because that person was nominated by more than one staff member. So special thanks to Ms. Garrett for her efforts in putting this together. Ms. Garrett is our IB coordinator, and we really appreciate her efforts in helping us track all of this and keep track of it. So thank you, Ms. Garrett. Okay, Mr. Evans.
Hello, Monticello Middle School. Again, here's another presentation for online learning tips from Mr. Evans. Today, we are going to focus on Google Meets and how to make a phone call while you're in a Google Meet conference or a meeting. The benefit of this is to help communication between the teacher and the parent or guardian in any type of meeting setting. So I'm going to click play and show you how to do it. Good morning, Monticello Middle School. Mr. Evans here. I'm going to be reporting on an online learning tool in our weekly Tiger Wars. Today I'm going to be talking about communication between teachers, administrators, and parents, and easier ways to be successful in that communication. The first thing I want everyone to do is to go to a Google Meet. Obviously, you want to unmute and turn your camera on. A lot of times in this virtual setting, we use Google Meets to communicate with parents, other teachers in meetings, and so forth. They're great for parent conferences and other types of meetings. Usually we send out an email to a parent with a link to this Google Meet address. However, I have an easier way. First, go to the icon right up where my cursor is. It says Show Everyone. If you click on it, you can add someone to the meeting if they don't have the email link for this Google Meet. If you click on it, we can add a cell phone number or a house number. Then you just hit call. This will allow the parent, the guardian, another team member to come onto the Google Meet meeting through their phone. Now, you won't be able to see their face, but you will hear them and they'll be able to participate in the meeting. This is a great tool to use to help parents and guardians to communicate with teachers or administrators or other team members for their child. Again, this is Mr. Evans logging off on this week's Tiger Wars. Thank you.
That's awesome, Mr. Evans. Thank you. Demonstrating the Google Meet. And then we have our Monticello and Heights High sport report. So what we can do is we're going to first take a look at that right-hand side for our Monty sport report, which is that the 8th grade volleyball defeated Heskett in 3 sets on Tuesday. The soccer team is 4-4 and has won 4 straight games. Awesome job. The tennis team recently defeated Memorial 4-1 with Brooklyn Peacock and Janelle Steiner leading the way for Monticello. I know Mr. Evans has put together a video for us that he would like us to share. We're also highlighting the huge win over for our Heights High football over Shaker Heights 17-14. So we'll click on the video and take a little bit more in terms of our sports report.
Hello, Monticello Middle School and Cleveland University Heights. Mr. Evans here with the Heights High and Monticello Middle School sports report. I would like to report on some of the sports activity here at Monticello. Volleyball defeated Heskett in 3 sets on Tuesday. The soccer team is 4-4 and won 4 straight games. Congratulations to our soccer and volleyball teams. The tennis team recently defeated Monroe 4-1. Brooklyn Peacock and Janelle Steiner have led the way from Monticello. Great job. Now, onto the Heights High sports report. Our football team, huge win to finish out the regular season over that school down the street, Shaker High. We won 17-14. Now, for the big news. Okay, OHSAA playoffs start this Friday. And our Heights Tigers, our Division I, Region 1, seed number 10, is playing Stowe Monroe Bulldogs. Seed number 7, it's tonight at 7 p.m. For those of us that can't go to the game, you can watch it on Spectrum, and it is the Fox 8 Friday night game of the week. Go Tigers!
Thank you very much, Mr. Evans, for that report. Awesome job. We'll close up today with some shout outs, and we want to share a shout out from Miss Mahone and Miss November, who are 8th grade teachers, and the 3rd period class, always on task and participates when asked to. They're a great example of how learners become leaders. Way to go. I had a chance to observe that class, and I can definitely vouch for that shout out. They did a fantastic job. Our awesome UA teachers for leading the completion of the student survey, which we referenced before. We have 80% of our students have completed the student survey regarding the virtual online piece. So that's really, really helpful for us in our practices. I want to recognize and shout out Mr. Munn for leading our athletics program. He does a fantastic job of organization, communication, and supporting our teams and coaches. And then a special shout out as well for Miss Garrett, Miss Milky, and Miss Andres, and our grade level team leaders for their efforts in leading our MAP testing, which was recently completed. So special shout out to them. So that is our Tiger Roar Show number 3 for the week of October 9th. And we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll continue to look for opportunities to recognize our students and our staff. Thank you very much.